Everybody, just want to welcome you to the first week, our first module for ME14 Mechanics of Solids online course. This is an asynchronous course. Here is my contact information right here. I'm available via email or Teams as well. A couple topics that we're going to cover in this first lecture for Module 1. We're going to take a look at the course introduction, go through our syllabus and all the bookkeeping items for that. Take a look. I'm going to point you to our Getting Started section. So in the Getting Started section on Blackboard, I have a couple of very informative videos for what to expect throughout the semester and how to navigate through this Blackboard course. I'm going to go over our plan for the semester for remote instruction, how I have this structured for you guys. Talk about time management. So this is something that's very important when we start talking about these online asynchronous classes, is how do you stay on top of things? How do you keep track of the time? How do you keep up with all the coursework, informations, readings, homeworks, assignments, quizzes? So time management is something that's going to be very, very important. I put up a little video talking about this. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out as well. And then once we cover all that stuff, we're going to get into our introduction to mechanics and what we're going to be talking about within this course itself. One other thing to note, every week we're going to have a weekly quiz on Blackboard. Just going to be a couple questions related directly to your reading assignments and the lectures I post. The first quiz, quiz 1, has been posted, and this will be due on Friday the 5th by 4 p.m. So all the quizzes will always be assigned first thing Monday morning on Blackboard, and they'll be due by the end of the day at 4 p.m. on Fridays. Now, a reminder for all of you, I have office hours scheduled for this course on Tuesdays from 9:30 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. Now, if you're not available to meet during these times, please reach out to me. I'm on Teams almost all day long, 24 hours a day. I have it on my phone and my personal computer. Please reach out to me via chat, message, email, whatever you need, and we will set up a time that we can get together on Teams and discuss any questions that you may have related to this course. So as an overview of this first module, Module 1, which is our week 1 of this course, we're going to be looking at a course overview, talking about all those documents and bookkeeping items we talked about in the previous slide, going into details on those, introduce this course, what we're expected to learn throughout the semester, and then jump into the first chapter. We're going to talk about the concept of stress and do a little bit of review of statics as well. So within this week, we're going to take a look at an overview for the format of the course, talk about our syllabus, go through all those items there, look at our course schedule for all 15 weeks of the semester, talk about our 5 homework assignments you're going to have over the course of the semester, the 2 midterm exams, how grading is, how grades are assigned, and then talk about the group project as well. As we get into the first chapter, we're going to take a look at some of the stresses related to some of the structures and loads applied to them, examine some simple states of stress elements, such as 2 force members, looking at, in particular, bolts and pins as well. So upon completion of this Module 1, you should be able to have a solid understanding of how the course is set up, going through all the modules, navigation through Blackboard, syllabus, course schedule, all of that. You should understand what my expectations are for this semester, and then you should have a good grasp on the introduction of the concept of stress as well. Reading guides, so this is going to be Chapter 1 in your textbook, sections 1 through 5. So this course is going to be broken down again into 15 different modules, each module corresponding with a week within the course. So within each module, I'm going to break it down into 2 different lectures, as if it was a Tuesday, Thursday in-person class. So for the first module here, lesson 1 or lecture 1, we have what I'm calling module 1.1. So in module 1.1, our first lecture, what we're going to do is introduce this ME14 course. Now within this, again, we already talked about this a little bit, we're going to go through the syllabus, talk about our course schedule for all 15 weeks, look at the homework format and grading, talk about Blackboard and how to navigate it, how the course will be set up on it, our weekly quizzes, our 2 midterm exams, and then get into our group project. So all of these topics are going to be covered within Module 1.1, which is our first lecture within Week 1 or Module 1 of this course. For our second lecture, or Module 1-2, we're going to introduce the course itself and get into the concept of stress. So objectives within this lecture here of Module 1-2, we're going to introduce the concept of stress, define different stress types, axial normal stress, shearing stress, bearing stress, talk about engineers' 2 principal tasks, the analysis and the design of structures and machines, develop a problem-solving approach. And this is something that's important. This is going to tie into future courses within your ME curriculum as well, in particular ME 171, when you start getting into more design projects. We're going to discuss the components of stress on different planes and under different loading conditions. We're also going to discuss many design considerations that an engineer should review before preparing design. And again, this is a little bit of a brief introduction as you're starting to get into some of these more advanced design courses and then you get into some of your senior design projects. So activities within this module, we're going to take a look at some applications, some key equations, and go through some problem solving and some design problems.